Please video like and subscribe this channel. I never planned to compliment an alien. I was only supposed to be a technician, temporary crew, low rank, no diplomatic responsibility. My job was simple: help catalog ruins on the frontier planet Kepra 9, then leave before nightfall. The local species were known to be territorial, but officially non-hostile. The report used words like reserved, ritualistic, non-aggressive and less provoked. No one ever explained what provoked really meant. Kepra 9 was a world of red stone and towering crystal growths that reflected the sun like broken mirrors. The sky shimmered with faint auroras even during the day. Everything about the planet felt alive, watching, waiting. I remember thinking it was beautiful in a quiet, dangerous way. That should have been my first warning. I was scanning a collapsed structure near the edge of a canyon when I sensed movement behind me. Not footsteps, something smoother, lighter. I turned slowly, hand hovering near my sidearm. She stood there as if she had always belonged in that place. Tall, graceful, with skin the color of moonlit bronze, marked by faint glowing lines that pulsed like a heartbeat. Her eyes were large and luminous, shifting between shades of gold and violet depending on the light. Long, dark hair flowed down her back, woven with thin metallic threads. She wasn't wearing armor. She wasn't holding a weapon. She was simply watching me. "Easy," I said, forcing my voice to stay calm. "I'm not here to cause trouble." She tilted her head slightly, studying me with intense curiosity. When she spoke, her voice was smooth, almost musical. "You stand alone in sacred ground, human." "I didn't know it was sacred," I replied honestly. "If I crossed a boundary, I'll leave." She stepped closer. Not threatening, just close enough that I could feel warmth radiating from her. I noticed the faint hum in the air, like static before a storm. "You speak plainly," she said. "That is unusual." Before my brain could stop my mouth, the words slipped out. "You're stunning." The effect was immediate. The glowing lines on her skin flared bright crimson. The air vibrated sharply, as if struck by an invisible force. Her expression didn't soften, didn't harden either. Instead, something ancient and hungry flickered behind her eyes. "Say it again," she whispered. I swallowed. "You're stunning." She inhaled sharply, as though the words had weight. Then she smiled. And the ground beneath us trembled. "You have marked yourself," she said quietly. "The hunt has begun." Before I could ask what that meant, she vanished. Not ran. Not cloaked. Gone. The canyon fell silent again, but the silence felt wrong, thick, expectant. My comm unit crackled with static. No signal. I had just enough time to think this is bad before the sky darkened. A deep, resonant sound echoed across the land like a horn blown from the planet itself. I felt it in my chest, in my bones. Instinct screamed at me to run. So I did. I sprinted across uneven terrain, boots slipping on crystal dust. The ruins around me seemed to shift, paths subtly changing. Every shadow felt like a watching eye. I ducked into a narrow ravine and slowed my breathing, pressing myself against the stone. My heart hammered as I tried to make sense of what had happened. Then I heard it. Footsteps, many of them, but not rushed. Measured. Confident. "They do not flee far," a voice echoed, not quite audible, not quite inside my head. I peeked out carefully. Figures moved across the plain, tall shapes with glowing markings like hers. Hunters. They carried elegant weapons made of energy and crystal, humming softly. Their movements were ritualistic, almost ceremonial. This wasn't a search. It was a game. I moved again, climbing higher into the ravine, using every ounce of training I had. The planet resisted me, stones crumbled under my hands, ledges gave way. It was as if the world itself was guiding the hunters. Hours passed. Or maybe minutes. Time lost meaning. Eventually, exhaustion forced me to stop. That was when she appeared again. She stood atop a stone arch above me, silhouetted against the darkening sky. Calm. Radiant. In control. You run well, she said. For prey. I didn't mean to offend you, I said, my voice hoarse. If saying you're beautiful was wrong, I'm sorry. She laughed softly, a sound like wind through glass. Offend? She descended gracefully, stopping a few steps away. No. You honored me. Then why am I being hunted? Because among my people, she said, to be called stunning by an outsider is a declaration. Of what? Desire, she replied. Challenge. Claim. My blood ran cold. I didn't mean any of that. I know, she said gently. That makes it more interesting. She circled me slowly. My name is Salith of the Virex Clade. We are hunters by nature. Our bonds are forged through pursuit. To be noticed is to be tested. So this hunt is a test. For you, she said. And for me. I stared at her. What happens if I fail? She met my eyes, and for the first time, her voice softened. Then I must kill you. Cleanly. With respect. And if I succeed? Her lips curved into a faint smile. Then you belong with me. The horns sounded again, closer this time. Salith straightened. Run, she said. Show me your will. She vanished once more. The hunt intensified. The hunters closed in, driving me toward the canyon's heart. Energy bolts scorched the ground near my feet, not to kill, but to steer. They wanted me alive. For now. I used terrain, shadows, anything I could. I triggered a rock slide, temporarily blocking a path. I crossed a crystal field that interfered with their sensors. I pushed my body past its limits. Eventually, I reached a vast open basin, illuminated by 3 rising moons. There was nowhere left to hide. The hunters emerged, forming a wide circle. Salith stepped forward, her markings glowing brighter than the others. You have endured, she said. Few humans would. I didn't do this to prove anything, I said, standing tall despite my fear. I did it because I want to live. That is proof enough, she replied. She raised her hand. The other hunters halted. The hunt ends, she declared. The tension snapped like a broken wire. The others bowed slightly, then faded back into the shadows, leaving us alone beneath the moons. Salith approached me slowly. You spoke without knowing our laws, she said. Yet you ran, endured, adapted. You did not beg. You did not curse us. She placed a hand over her chest. You honored the hunt. So, what now? I asked. She reached out and touched my cheek. Her skin was warm, electric. Now, she said, you choose. Choose what? To leave, she said. And forget me. Her fingers tightened slightly. Or stay. Learn our ways. Stand beside me as bonded, not prey, not captive, but equal. The weight of the moment pressed down on me. Earth. Home. Safety. Or this world. This danger. This woman who had turned a single careless compliment into destiny. I thought of how alive I had felt, terrified, yes, but truly alive. I met her gaze. I don't take back what I said. Her eyes widened slightly. You are stunning, I repeated. Not because you hunt, but because you choose. Silence stretched between us. Then Salith smiled, not the hunter's smile, but something softer. Real. She leaned forward and pressed her forehead to mine, a gesture I would later learn was sacred. Then the hunt has given me more than victory, she whispered. It has given me truth. The moons climbed higher as she took my hand. And beneath alien stars, I realized the hunt had never been about chasing me. It had been about finding someone brave enough to stay.